Hello everyone, welcome back to EduTap. So I hope you all are doing good. Myself Jalaj Nagpal, and in today's class I will be solving Finance and Management 2022 paper, and this is the exact questions which we have collected from all the students who have appeared in the 2022. Okay, and we will be understanding that what is the overall difficulty of this particular paper, what lessons we can draw for 2023 attempt. So this is the must do lesson for all those students who are appearing in 2023, and this is also a must do session for all those students who are a serious aspirants of your RBI grade B job. Okay, so let's start our class now. Before I start my class, I would like to tell you that we have launched two courses. That is, first is live crash course and the second one is test series. Under crash course, you are getting live classes, plus you will also be getting short notes, mind maps, current affair, test series and evaluation of test of your descriptive test. You will get the expert evaluation from the expert team of EduTap. That is under live crash course. But if you see, there is one test series also. Under test series, we are providing you multiple MCQs starting from different subjects, ESI, FM, plus you will also get test of your current affairs as well. In this test series also you will get evaluation of your descriptive test. If you want to enroll in any of them, then there is a flat 50% discount which is currently going on, and you can check the link of the same in the description box below. Okay, so let's start with our class now, because that is the overall agenda which we have to do. So this right now on your screen is the question number 1, which relates to your PIDF. I hope you remember what is PIDF. PIDF is your Payment Infrastructure Development Fund scheme, which was introduced by RBI in the year 2021. Now I will wait for just 10 to 20 seconds so that we can have a small session wherein we can solve multiple MCQs, right? So PIDF scheme, the question was based on PIDF scheme, and the question was very specific. It was like direct question. If you have covered finance current affairs series of Kritika ma'am, then you would have easily answered this question under 10 seconds. Yes, you heard me right. This particular question could be answered under less than 10 to 15 second max to max. So RBI envisages creating dash many lakh touch points every year under digital payment for under PIDF scheme. Yes, these are your options, that is 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs and 50 lakhs. If your answer is 30 lakhs, then you are on the correct track. Now this year also RBI has done very big announcements regarding financial inclusion. We have your digital payment index, we have your financial inclusion index, we have your Antradrishti platform. For digital payments also RBI has done multiple, a kinds of initiative kind of thing. So this year also these topics will remain as a hot topic. Okay, so answer of this particular question was 30 lakh. Now PIDF was one of the famous scheme which was introduced by RBI in 2021. So you can say that this particular question was taken from your current affairs. Now let's move to question number 2. Okay, now this is the explanation part. If you want to read it, just pause the video, you will be able to read it. Okay, now BP Kanagu was the chairmanship of this particular committee which was formed for PIDF. Okay, so BP Kanagu was also recently in the news as well because of some committees which has been formed. He is heading one particular committee by RBI. Can you name that particular committee in the comment box? Those who are preparing for 2023, they should comment your answers. Chalo, question number 22 now. Question number 22 is also very, question number 2, sorry, not 22, sorry. Question number 2 is related to your banking awareness, I would say. Dash is a 20-character alphanumeric code used to uniquely identify parties to financial transactions worldwide. So again, a very easy question, I would say. Hardly 10 to 15 seconds would be required to answer this question. The options are your legal identity identifier, bank identifier code, SWIFT code and IFSC code. I hope you remember the answer will be legal identity identifier code. It's one of the very basic code which is used in your financial world to identify different parties. Now I hope you know that what is bank identifier code. It is also known as SWIFT code, which is of 8 to 11 digits. Then you have your bank identifier code and SWIFT code are of same thing only. IFSC code is what, my friend? IFSC code is Indian Financial System code, right? Which is of 11 digit alphanumeric code, right? So again, this is a very easy question. If your concepts are clear, you would have easily marked your answer. Now let's move to the third question. Okay, so we will be solving all the question so that we can understand that what is the level of paper of RBI grade B. Okay, again, if you want to read the explanation, you can pause this video and you can read the explanation by yourself. Okay, chaliye, question number 3. Now, this question is from management, so this is not related to current affairs because in management there is no current affairs, right? Chalo, under which method the communication flows from bottom to top in an organization? So you will have to identify that particular communication flow which flows from top to bottom. So this particular question can be answered only when your concepts are clear. Okay. So this particular question has been taken from your Henry Fayol, who is the father of your administrative management, right? And can you answer this question? Yes, the answer will be scalar chain. So very good. Those who have answered this particular question as option A. The answer would be scalar chain. Okay. Henry Fayol and his all 14 principles, scalar chain, unity of command, unity of direction, the principle of order, so on and so forth, they all are important. My counter question to you is, can you let me know the name of the personality who is known as the father of scientific management? Please let me know the full name of that particular personality. Okay. Henry Fayol is known as the father of administrative management. All the principles given by Henry Fayol are extremely important. This particular question is also very important because it has been directly taken from your 14 principles of Henry Fayol. Okay. Do let me know that who is the father of scientific management in the field of management. Okay. Please type his full name. Do not try the short forms. Okay. Question number 3 is also very easy. Hardly 30 seconds. I would be able to answer this question if I was on your place. Okay. But again, when we give the exam, we have all the different tensions. So again, it is easy when we see it from the outside world. But again, I respect all those students who have attempted this question. Okay. Chaliye, now we are moving ahead, my friends. So again, answer I am giving to you, explanation is given over here. You can directly see the explanation by pausing this particular video. Also, this is your screenshots which have been directly attached from your concept notes of EduTap. Plus, you can directly refer to them as well. Okay. So now let's move ahead, my friend. And mind you, scalar chain is very important. Scalar chain has a concept of Gangplank also. I hope you remember it. Now we are coming to question number 4. Now, if you remember in 2022, the MSME ministry, that is Ministry of MSME, they changed the definition of MSME. Therefore, RBI referred to this particular question and we have regarded this question as a current affairs. Okay. So current affairs of past 6 months is must do for your phase 2. Okay. MSME plays a very crucial role in the development of Indian economy. In the same regard, what is the small industries investment limit wise and turnover wise? So you will be only able to answer this question if you know what is the background of MSMEs and how they are classified. Okay. Now this particular question answers will be option B, that is 10 crores and 50 crore. Okay. Also this is a fact based question and RBI will definitely ask certain fact based questions. So please get ready. You will have to mug up certain very important facts. Okay. Moving ahead, my friends, this is question number 4. Now, according to me, question number 4 is quite thoda sa moderate. It is not easy like the other questions which now, up to this particular point, all the questions which we have solved are comparatively easy. Okay, but this particular question is kind of moderate because it is directly based on the fact. Okay, but again, it is doable. It is not like you have to leave it. So small scale industries limit, this was again covered by Kritika ma'am in its one of the lectures. So for finance, current affairs and RBI notification, there is one stop solution. Just go to the Kritika ma'am video, and if you are the subscriber of EduTap, then please read the RBI tap. Okay, because that is like a very, I would say, noble document which covers all the different parameters of RBI website, be it the notification, be it the press releases, so on and so forth. So that is also a must do of at least of 6 months that you have to do, right? So now we are moving to question number 5. Question number 5 talks regarding what? Question number 5, in which stage of leave-in change model? Now I hope you remember this particular question has been taken from your organization change, and there is one planned model of organization change which is known as Kurt-Lewin change model. Again, one of the flagship initiatives, one of the flagship model which has been introduced by the Kurt-Lewin. Now again, Kurt Lewin is also very much famous in your leadership. He has given 3 basic leadership styles, right? The autocratic, democratic, and laissez-faire. If you remember the synonyms of each of them, do type in the comment box so that we can revise. Multiple revisions, the more the merrier. Okay. So question number 5 talks regarding the leave-in change model. Now here the question is very specific. In which stage we see the reinforcement strategies practiced by the management? So here the keyword will be reinforcement management. Reinforcement strategies rather. Okay. Now I hope you remember there are 3 stages. First is unfreezing, the second one is change, and the third one is refreezing. Okay, under the change stage we try to implement all the stages. That is why that is known as stage of transition. But if you see, we practice reinforcement in your third stage, which is refreezing. Therefore the answer of this particular question will be option C. Okay, so please remember that you have to remember some important I would say what some important models. For example, we have Ocean model of personality, we have scientific management principles, we have your human relation schools, we have your Henry Fayol principles, we have your basic management theories of motivation and communication. So they all are very important, my friends. You cannot skip any of them. Okay. So answer here was refreezing. Again, a very easy question if your concepts are clear. Again, this is for your part. If you are unable to understand anything, pause this video right now and watch this particular explanation. This is one of the famous models of management. It is very self-explanatory in nature. Okay. Now moving ahead, my friends. Moving ahead. So this is also a screenshot which has been directly taken from your concept notes of management given by EduTap. Okay. Question number 6. Question number 6 talks regarding what? In an organization, an employee is reliable, dependable, goal-oriented. Here the keyword according to me is goal-oriented and cooperative. Which of the following personalities is reflected as per Big 5 personality model? So Big 5 personality model is also known as Ocean model, that is OCEAN. Ocean model of personality development. Again, one of the famous concepts which has been introduced in the field of management. Likewise, we have your Johari Windows. That is also very famous. Do let me know who is the founder of Johari Windows in the comment box below. Revise multiple times. The moment you type your answers in the comment box, I will definitely respond to them and I will let you know whether you are correct or wrong. Chalo, now come back to question number 6. In an organization, an employee is reliable, dependable, goal-oriented and cooperative. Which model of personality, which of the following personalities of employee is reflected over here? The answer will be consciousness. Now, if you see, there are 5 personality traits which has been given by your, I would say what, the Ocean model. Okay, first is your openness, then you comes to consciousness, then you comes to your what, extraversion, then you also have different traits, neuroticism, which is also known as emotional stability, right? And you also have what, another which I am forgetting, agreeableness. So those are very important. You will have to understand the features of each and every one. Okay, so here the answer is consciousness. Now you can have your own pronunciation to this particular word. For me it is like a kind of a tongue twister. Okay, so the answer was very easy. According to me, this particular question was also easy when I see it from the outside world. Okay. Now, yes, as I said, when we are giving the exam in the real time, things can be easy questions can become tough. But this is how you have to make sure that you are doing multiple revisions so that you do not face that situation, right? So let's move ahead to question number 7. If I see up to question number 7, leaving that MSME wala question, rest all the questions are doable from the outside world. Okay, again I am saying from the outside world, but again all the questions looks doable. They are looking easy as well to some extent. As per recent development in financial markets, what is the FPI limit on corporate bonds? So here you have been asked FPI limit. Again, it is based on your current affairs. Again, it is based on your 6-month current affairs, which you have to do. They are like must do. So try to address this particular question. The options is your 10%, 15%, 20% or 25%. The answer over here will be 15%, my friend. Again, this is a fact-based question. I would say again a moderate level question, but again this particular question was covered by Kritika ma'am in its one of the lecture related to finance current affair. So I again repeat, finance current affair and RBI news, that has to be covered from your Kritika's ma'am lecture only. If you have time right now, then watch 6 months current affairs videos on YouTube. Although it is a big task, but you know, RBI Grade B is not a small job. Big jobs will call for big tasks as well. Okay, so now let's move to question number 8. Now, this is a question which many people reported that it was the toughest question, or you can say one of the most undoable question kind of thing. In the most general language, blaming one unethical behavior on other is called as what? Is it displacement of responsibility? Is it euphemistic labeling? Is it diffusion? Is it ethical delusion? So you have to identify which is related to your question number 8. I will give you 10 more seconds to answer this. And mind you, my friends, ethics and corporate governance. These two chapters are very, very important when it comes to your descriptive component of management. Okay, so do practice multiple questions on ethics. Do practice multiple questions on different domains of corporate governance as well. Like what are some good corporate government practices? What are some unethical practices in your HRM? What are your unethical practices in your finance management? So on and so forth. Okay. So question number 8, I hope your answers will be displacement of responsibility. Okay, maximum of the students are going with euphemistic labeling as well, I know, because it's a kind of a unique thing. So people think that unique thing will be the right answer. But again, if you follow the concepts, the answer will be displacement of authority. Now again, please, I request you to read the explanation. Now this particular question was not covered in our course, and therefore it's kind of a ethics is a kind of an open subject, right? Many people who are from UPSC, they might be able to attempt this question, but this particular question out of whole questions which we have done right now looks undoable to me, and speaking this on the outside scale. Okay, question number 9, my friends. Question number 9 deals with the management communication chapter. Identify the form of communication when messages flows through all the level. Clearly given that messages flows through all the level of the organization. Under such form of communication, messages cross all the levels of communication. So I hope you remember the answer here will be what? Will it be vertical, downward, diagonal, and horizontal? The answer should be, according to me, diagonal communication. Diagonal communication flows through all the level of organization. Now tell me, what is the other name of diagonal communication? Diagonal communication is also known as cross-wire communication, okay? Or you can also say crosswise communication, okay? Horizontal communication is also known as lateral communication, okay? And sometimes it has been said that diagonal communication is a kind of an informal communication. Okay, so the answer of this particular question is easy according to me. Hardly 15 to 20 seconds may you could have answered this question. Moving ahead, again, if you want to read the explanation, pause this video, you will be able to do it. And I have also attached the screenshot which has been directly taken from your concept notes. Okay. Question number 10. Import and export code is mandatory and applicable to which of the following institution? Now this is also based on your current. So again, 6 to 8 months of current affairs. 6 to 8 months of current affairs. I would say minimum 6 months to karna hi karna hai, but if more you do, the more risk you will be subsidizing it. Okay, but 6 months have to be done. Okay, now import and export code is mandatory and applicable to which of the following institution? Is it HUF, sole proprietors, LLP, and partnerships? Now if it is applicable to LLPs, then it should be applicable to partnership according to me, because limited liability partnerships are a kind of partnerships only. Okay, so currently if I see the all statements which is given on the question, the answer here will be all of the above. Now again, this is based on the current affairs of 2022. This brings me to the end of all the 1 markers. Again, I would like to tell you that some questions will be very easy. Like in this particular set, according to me, 7 questions were like easy. They can be done within less than 30 seconds. You can attempt them. Some questions were tough like the MSME one, the ethics one, and this particular question which is right now on your screen, which is question number 10. Okay, but 7 questions which we have discussed right now, they are comparatively easy. So again, in 2023 and onwards, we can have that particular assumption that yes, certain easy questions will appear in your 1 marker. This year also in 2023, we are adding new chapters, which is your, I would say RBI is adding new chapters, which is your ratios, income statement, balance sheet. So again, certain easy questions will definitely come and you will have to save your time in such questions. Okay. So now let's move Okay, now let's move to the question. Now let's move to the two marker. Before I come to the two marker for question number 11 to 13, I would request you to read this particular paragraph. Organization mechanisms. So this is related to organization behavior. So try to read this particular paragraph. And one thing, my friend, we are not God over here. Okay, we are not the supreme authority. So this is a recreated passage. I am waiting for 10 seconds so that you can read this particular paragraph so that we can address question number 11, 12 and 13. So I'm waiting for you. Please read it. Okay. Read it with all attention. I hope you would have read it by this particular time. Chalo. Now let's solve question number 11. How many levels are there under organization behavior? Now, those who have understood the fundamentals of OB, that is, what are the models of OB, what are disciplines of OB, what are levels of OBs, what are advantages, disadvantages, features of OB, then this particular question is just a cakewalk. Okay, cakewalk. Why? Because we all know that there are three levels of organizational behavior, which is your individual, groups, and your organizations. Okay, so there are three levels. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't show you the options. How many levels are there under organizational behavior? But this is an easy question. Even if options are not there, you would be able to have attempted this particular question. Okay, so answer here will be option C, which is your, I would say, three levels. Okay. So now if you see, my friends, there are three levels, that is individual level, organizational level and team level. Okay, so these are your levels which you have to remember. Okay, individual levels, group level and your organization behavior. Sometimes team is also known as groups. Therefore, groups and teams are sometimes used as synonyms in the field of organizational behavior. Again, this particular question is covered in your course under the chapter fundamentals of OB. Okay, now we are coming to question number 12. Question number 12 on your screen, and I hope you are able to see the options as well. Identify the level of organizational behavior. So examiner is saying that you have to identify the level of organizational behavior wherein an employee motivation, personality aspects and or job interest are studied. Again, a very easy question, my friend. I would say these are your low hanging apples that you have to grab them with your both of the hands. Organizational behavior, organizational change, personality and perception, EQ and IQ, and organizational conflict. They all are easy chapters according to me because the scope is limited and the concepts are very easy to understand. Okay. Question number 12, if you see, identify the level. So you have to identify the level at which personality, motivation and job interest are studied. The answer will be individual level. Because at individual level, we understand that how different other things like analysis of a particular person, like motivation, personality of that particular person is studied. Now again, if you want to read the explanation, please pause the video and watch this particular explanation. Okay. Now again, this has been directly taken from your concept notes only. Moving to the next question, question number 13. Question number 13 is based on a very basic concept of management. Okay. Again, I would term it as easy. These questions are easy as compared to your, I would say, your one markers. Okay. With regards to the above mentioned paragraph, from the following option, identify the concept which explains the heterogeneous composition of an employee and an organization in the terms of age, gender, language, ethnic origin, education and marital status. Is it workplace diversity? It is employee veracity? It is organization dynamics? Is it organization teamwork? According to me, the answer should be workplace diversity. Diversity, why? Because we are understanding the composition of employee in the terms of age, gender, language and ethnic origin plus education. So it's like a different people are coming in your organization and they are working for the betterment of your, I would say, what organization. Simple concept, nothing much to worry. So all the three markers, or I would say all the three questions in this domain are very easy. Okay, OB is a very easy chapter, my friends. Remember, all the definitions, all the models are comparatively easy. Now let's move ahead. Now, before we move ahead, my friends, you will have to again read this particular paragraph on CSR, that is your corporate social responsibility. Please read this paragraph, and I hope you remember which particular section of Companies Act 2013 talks regarding corporate social responsibility. If your answer is section 135, then kudos to your knowledge. Okay, chalo. A passage on corporate governance. On this particular passage, 4 questions was asked. Okay. So corporate social responsibility definition was given and certain more features of corporate governance, corporate social responsibility was given, right? So now question number 14. As per section 135 of Companies Act, every company having a net worth of dash rupees crore or more will be eligible for CSR activities. A very plain, a very basic question based on your CSR. Now CSR is again a very big component when it comes to your corporate governance. Okay, and it is always in the news because of some governance issues. This time again, I hope you remember the Adani case, which is going in the India, right? What Hindenburg has done on the Adanis. That is again a case related to corporate governance, which is currently going in India. So definitely you can get some questions on corporate governance as well. Now here the answer will be 500 crore. Now this is a fact-based question, therefore it is a moderate level. Those who know the answer, they will be able to attempt it with ease. But those who don't know, sorry for them, they will not be able to attempt this answer and they will have to apply the rule of thumb. Rule of thumb means what? Tukkabazi kind of thing. Okay. Now let's move ahead, my friend. Okay, based on CSR, there was one more question. Every company having a net profit of dash rupees or crore will be eligible for CSR. So that question which we just now discussed, that is your question number 16, is based on what? Question number 16 is based on your net worth. Here we are talking regarding net worth. But when it comes to question number 15, my friend, now we are talking regarding what? Now we are talking regarding net worth. Okay, every company having a net profit. Now we are talking regarding net profit. Earlier we were talking regarding net worth. So there is a difference between net worth and net profit. So now, as per section 135, every company having a net profit of dash rupees will be eligible for CSR. Now again, this is a very fact-based question which you will have to address. The answer will be 5 crores. Okay, so net worth pe the answer is 500 crores, but when it comes to the net profit, the answer will be 5 crore. Now, what is net worth? Net worth is like the shareholders fund which we have. Okay. Now, net worth concept is discussed in your ratios chapter, because in ratios we have to calculate net worth because to calculate certain types of ratios. Okay. The answer here will be 5 crores. Again, this is not the end over here. CSR pay, mind you, my friends, this particular screenshot which I have attached, this particular paragraph would have given you 4 marks. 4 questions correctly, that means 8 marks straightforwardly. Okay, again, those who have covered the concept notes line by line, for them the life is easy, but those who are doing like partial study, they are not giving their best, for them the life is tough. Question number 16. Now question number 16 says what? According to SEBI, companies eligible for CSR shall constitute a corporate social responsibility committee of the board consisting of A is a blank over here, or more directors, out of which at least B shall be an independent director. So you have to identify A and B over here. Now, if I show you the options for this particular question, now you have to identify A. What is A over here? Okay. So according to SEBI, companies eligible for CSR shall constitute a corporate social responsibility committee of the board consisting of dash. So if I give you following options, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then what will be your answer? If I just put the question again for you, just a second, my friends, just a second. This is your question for you. So now the answer over here will be 3. 3 directors has to be appointed in the corporate social responsibility committee. Now, what does statement B says? Let's understand that. Okay. So you have to appoint 3 or more directors, out of which at least one is an independent director. So this is the composition of your corporate social responsibility committee. Okay. Now try to address this particular question. That is, now you have to identify B. The question remains the same. Mind you, there were 2 blanks in the same question. According to SEBI, companies eligible for CSR shall constitute a corporate social responsibility committee for the board consisting of 3. This we have just now solved. 3 or more directors, out of which at least one. So the answer of this particular question, even if you don't see the options, that is should be 1. Okay, that should be 1, my friends. Okay, so this is how sometimes RBI will give you fill in the blanks question as well. Okay, so again, all these 4 questions were moderate. Why? Because they were fact based. If you don't remember the fact, you will not be able to answer this. Now, this is based on CSR. Okay, CSR is one of the famous topics in corporate governance. So it gives me the importance of the chapter of corporate governance. You should do all the different models, all the different theories of corporate governance at its best. Okay. Chaliye. Now we are coming to what question number. Now we are coming to para 3, which is based on commercial paper. Commercial paper forms a part of which market? Money market. Okay. So now commercial paper pe, even if you don't read the paragraph, just a second, even if you don't read the paragraph, you should be able to attempt this particular question. So according to me, my friends, this is the most scoring part of this particular paper. Question number 18. Commercial paper can be issued in the minimum number of days. Issued for a minimum number of days. Now see, such questions could be answered even if you don't see the options. Okay, because these are very basic level question, cake level question. Okay. Now commercial paper can be issued for minimum of what? If the option are 2, 7, 15 and 14, then your answer will be 7 days. Okay. One of the easiest question which RBI could have asked. Okay. Now going ahead. Now this is your screenshot which has been directly taken from your course. Okay. Question number 19. Commercial paper are issued for a maximum duration of. So they have asked you minimum duration, which is 7 days, and now they are asking you minimum maximum duration. So the answer will be here 365 days, my friends. 365 days constitutes your 1 year. Okay. So please remember that commercial paper minimum duration is of 7 days to maximum 1 year or 365 days. Same goes with which other instrument of your, I would say, money market. I hope your answer is certificate of deposit. Certificate of deposit is also issued for 1 year. For 1 year maximum and minimum of 7 days. I hope you remember all the facts. Okay. Now coming to question number 20. This question was also easy according to me. Question number 20 on your screen right now. In India, commercial paper are issued in the denominations of dash lakhs. Again, a very halwa level question, I would say. I would have scored this, I would have marked this particular answer in less than 15 or 30 seconds. They are issued in the form of promissory notes. They are issued in the denomination of 5 lakhs and above. Okay, 5 lakhs and multiples thereof. Same happens with your certificate of deposit as well. I hope you agree with me. Okay. So question number 20 was also easy according to me. Okay. Now we are coming to question number 21. One more question is there on commercial paper. Okay, commercial papers are issued in India in which of the following forms? So commercial paper, I hope you remember, they are the unsecured form of money markets instrument. So therefore your answer will be promissory note. Under promissory note, one company gives a promise which is not legally binding to the other party, so that and under this promise the company says that we want your money and we will be paying you certain amount of interest. As simple as that. So commercial paper are issued in India in a form of promissory notes. Please remember this. Now all the questions appeared in commercial paper, all the questions which have appeared from your organizational behavior, they are super duper easy. So if I see 3 questions from OB, 4 questions from commercial paper, that is 7 questions, 7 to the 14. 14 marks of paper in your section 2 was easy. If you know regarding CSR, then your life is all balle balle, I would say. Okay, in the Punjabi language we always used to say this balle balle component. Okay, now coming to again a passage which is para 4, which is based on your outsourcing of financial services by banks, and it was followed by 3 questions. Now please read this particular paragraph. The world over, banks is increasingly using outsourcing. Now this particular paragraph talks regarding outsources. Now before I move to question number 22, I would like to tell you that RBI is notorious for asking certain kinds of things which are very old. Sometimes they will ask you from schemes which are released from the year before 2000 year. Okay, so RBI will definitely test you on your question selection skills. Okay, now question number paragraph 4. I hope you would have read it by now. Now try to address question number 22. Typically, outsourced financial services include application, processing loan. Okay, application processing, loan origination and credit card. Now there were multiple activities which was given. What will be the answer according to you? Document processing, investment management, supervision of loan, data processing. So which which particular, I would say, activity can be outsourced by the bank. Now again, all these activity can be outsourced. Therefore, the answer will be option E. But again, even if you don't know the answer of this particular question, I would say take some amount of risk, because FM is kind of scoring paper and thoda sa greedy. You have to be greedy when it comes to the FM. Okay. Chaliye. This is based on question 22. Now we are solving question number 23. There are certain activities which cannot be outsourced by the bank. There are certain activities which cannot be outsourced. Some of them are A and B. So here you have to identify which activities are there which cannot be outsourced. Mind you, in question 22, they have asked you which can be outsourced, but now they are asking you which cannot be outsourced. Okay, so there are certain activities which bank cannot outsource. Now try to identify which activity of bank cannot be outsourced from these set of options. Okay, first we have to identify the blank A. Okay, try to address this question. Okay, if I read all of the statements or options which is given to me, the most suitable will be core management functions. Core management functions cannot be outsourced by any bank. Why? Because they are core management. They have to be done by the top level people. Therefore, the answer will be option B. Now, if you see, these questions are tough, my friends. Why they are tough? Because it has been asked from one of the notifications of RBI which was released way back before the year 2015. Okay, so again, RBI will definitely want to test your question selection skill, which they always do in your phase 1 as well. Okay, so now in phase 2 also they have started to do that. Okay, here is also the link of this particular notification. I will share this particular link in the comment box or in the chat box. You can access it. Okay, in the same regard, now you have to identify what is statement, what is your blank B over here. There are certain activities which cannot be outsourced by the bank. Some of them are A. A we have identified. Now you have to identify the B activity, which is your related to blank B. If these are the options given to you, then which will be your answer? Yes, the answer will be again option B, determining compliance with the KYC norms. Now here you are determining the compliance. Compliance means what? That whether your bank branches are following the KYC norms or not. So therefore you cannot outsource this particular function. Again, they are kind of logical questions, but it looks easy from the outside world. But again, those students who would have answered this particular question, they would have get some extra marks, provided that they would have answered this question correctly. Okay, now bearing these three questions, from banking and financial system, all the other questions till now seems easy, or till now seems doable. Okay, if not easy, this looks doable. I hope you agree with me. So now let's move to the question number 25 onwards. Now for this question you will have to read this particular paragraph. So read it along with. Ram is currently working in XYZ company. So Ram is currently posted in which company? XYZ. And he is employed in a company for long period of time. Another company which is very much in the news is ABC company. ABC company is operating on small scale and it has huge growth potential. Ram got fascinated by the growth prospects. Please focus on this particular point. Ram got fascinated by the growth prospects in the ABC company and thereby he decided to join the ABC company. Okay. Till now we can understand that Ram has shifted from one company to the other company just because of growth. ABC company offered a very high reputed position to Ram and thereby Ram accepted this particular job offer as well. Okay. Soon after joining the ABC company, the colleagues of his ABC company was not happy with the Ram, because Ram was directly recruited from outside, and straight away he was promoted to the senior most position. So this is a kind of, I can understand that yes, Ram and the other people, they are developing a kind of hatred towards each other, or you can say other peoples are developing a kind of a negative attitudes towards the Ram. Okay. Moreover, after some time, Ram complained about poor working condition of AC's desk and chair in the office, but the office authority didn't pay any attention to the Ram complaint. And after getting frustrated, Ram decided to leave ABC company and decided to start his own venture. So Ram earlier started from XYZ, then he moved to ABC, and now he is going to the new venture, which is his own startup. A very beautiful case, I would say, a very beautiful story. So now let's try to address question number 25. As Ram complained about poor working conditions of air conditions and so on and so forth, as per Clayton Hertzberg theory, which of the following need is not met? A very easy theory of Hertzberg. Hardly two things are there. That is your satisfiers and satisfier or motivators, and then we have your hygiene factors, which are also known as dissatisfier or the maintenance factors. Now these are your dissatisfiers. I hope you agree with me. Poor working condition, air conditions, desk and chair conditions, all are your external things. Therefore my answer will be hygiene factors. That is option number B. A very easy question. This is not even moderate. Okay, this is a very halwa level question if you know the answers. Okay, do let me know what are some other examples of hygiene factors in the chat box. Revision is the only key via which you can succeed. Okay, chaliye. Now we are coming to question number 26 based on the same paragraph. As Ram shifted from XYZ company to ABC company, this change of job can be explained by which of the following theory? Ram has shifted from XYZ to ABC. Why? Because of growth potentials. Okay, this was mentioned clearly in the paragraph. Okay, so if you see the overall option, only option D talks regarding growth needs. Belongingness needs talks regarding love and compassion. That is not mentioned in your question. Achievement need is also not mentioned because achievement needs talk regarding excelling in life. That is also not mentioned. Existence needs talk regarding your basic needs plus your safety needs of Maslow. Again, that is also not mentioned. But growth. Ram has been fascinated by the growth of ABC company. That was directly given in the question. Therefore, the answer will be option D. A very easy question, I would say. Okay. Now we are coming to the last question, if I'm not wrong, of this particular paragraph. As Ram is a very talented employee, what ABC company could have provided to Ram so that he could be retained back? Now, I hope you remember that Ram is having a certain negative relations with the other people who are working in ABC company because Ram was directly promoted to a higher position. Okay, so therefore Ram ko we have to provide certain good relations, or you can say social environment. Now, if you see, if I read the options, option A and D talks regarding social environment kind of thing, and option A is also looking correct over here. I truly agree that option A is also correct. But when we see the larger connotation, option D is correct. Why? Because social environment is the big, you can say it's like a superset, and interpersonal relation is like a subset of it. So always choose the broader thing when you are getting confused, because broader thing, the answer of that particular broader thing will be correct. Okay. Again, a kind of a vague question, I would say, but again, when we talk to students, they have said that the answer should be social environment. And when we have done our brainstorming with all the faculties of EduTap, we came to this conclusion that yes, social environment should be the right answer. Okay. Even if you see, please feel autonomy will not be the correct answer because autonomy deals with the decision of freedom. Autonomy cannot be the right answer, right? Because autonomy was nothing mentioned. But if you see, social environment will include personal relations. Therefore, social environment is a larger circle. Interpersonal relation is a kind of a subset to it. So choose the larger circle because chances are higher that this particular option will be correct. Now the last question, last paragraph of our today's session. A passage regarding communication was given. It was followed by 3 questions. So you will have to read this particular paragraph. So read it along with me. Communication is one of the main principles of the organization. Okay. It has been considered as an effective tool for achieving the goals of the organization. All organizations, may be small, big or simple or complex, journal or technical, have the necessity of communication. Necessity means that it is must do kind of thing. It plays a vital role. Okay. Effective communication is considered as the foundation of management. Chester Bernard. Okay. So I can see that particular first paragraph is like telling me the importance of communication and blah blah. Okay. The real picture starts in your, I would say what? Paragraph 2. Communication cycle refers to the steps through which communication takes place between the sender and the receiver. This process starts with the conceptualization of an idea or dash by the sender, and then encoding of message takes place. Then sender selects the medium of the channel and the sender transmits the message to the receiver. At the receiver ends, the decoding of the message takes place. At last, a loop is formed wherein the receiver shares dash with the sender. A very easy question, I would say, if your concepts are clear. Okay, so question number 28 says that the above mentioned passage indicates which of the following aspect of communication. The answer here will be communication process. Even a 11th class or a 12th class student from CBSE could have answered this question because we study communication in our business studies. I hope you agree. Okay, so this is a communication process directly discussed in your concept notes. Read the above mentioned passage and identify A. Now you have to identify this particular A over here. That is your, you will have to identify A over here. That is this particular part. The process starts with conceptualization of idea. Idea, I hope you also know that it is known as what? It is known as, I will have to read the options, then only I can answer it, right? So A को identify करने के लिए you will have to read question number 29 option. I hope your answers is your message. Message is also related as the idea which is generated from the sender side. Okay. When it comes to the last stage, that is what is the last question of this particular paper, read the above passage and identify B from this. If you see, B was talking regarding a loop. Loop is formed only in the conform of which of the options given to you. It will be feedback. Again, if I see all the 30 questions of FM, bearing 5, or you can take max to max 6 to 7. Rest all the 22 questions are easy. Rest all the 22 questions are doable. If your concepts are clear, then definitely a good score can be achieved. Good score means what? At least above 35 in objective paper. It is very easy. It can be achieved very easily according to me. Okay. Now this is the analysis of your objective paper. Now we are moving to what? Now we are moving to the analysis of descriptive paper. If you see the descriptive paper, question 1 was regarding what is your long-term repo operation. Mind you, they have asked you LTROs. They have not asked you TLROs. They have asked you long-term repo operation. Now, long-term operations was introduced by RBI in the period of COVID era. I hope you remember it. It was introduced to infuse what? It was introduced for infusing liquidity. Okay, so again I would say this is related to current, but again in finance you will definitely get some current affairs based question. This year, pata nahi, you can get something related to financial inclusion, something related to the 4-layer structure of NBFC which has been introduced. Okay, so again this is really very important to understand that current affairs are really very important when it comes to your, I would say, ESI and finance. Okay, LTROs pe we have given you a model question. Okay, now pause this video. If you want to read it, you can read it. This question will also part of your RBI annual report of 2022. Therein, RBI has discussed multiple things regarding TLROs and LTROs. Again, very easy question, provided that if you know it. If you don't know it, then it cannot be done. Okay. So please understand what is mechanisms, objective, how you have to break your body, how you have to introduce introduction, conclusion, how you have to write body, break your answers in points. That will make your answer look more presentable and your answer will look more professional in nature. Okay, always use points, my friend. Do not do this mistake. Okay, now see, LTROs, TLROs are very easy to define once your concept is clear. Okay, so I will rate this particular question easy, and yes, this particular question was covered in your RBI Grade B course as well. Okay, like we have this your RBI annual report. Under RBI annual report, if you would have understood that multiple things was mentioned regarding TLROs and LTROs. Okay, so again, now what to include in this particular component, that depends. That is quite subjective. Like some people will give some other definition, but the basic structure, that is IBC structure, which is your introduction, body and conclusion, has to be followed. Okay, introduction, you can directly start with the introducing TLROs. Okay, what are some recent facts? Then in body part you can do objectives and a kind of, I would say, expansion of the topic, as simple as that. And conclusion will be very basic. It has to be optimistic and forward looking, simple. Okay, question 2 of descriptive 10 mark. Describe India's response to 2008 global financial crisis. In the 2022, this was the most predictable question. Okay, because objective coming from this particular question was tough. Okay, now India's response to 2000 global. Now this year they have added one question. If you they have added one topic. What is that? Global finance, changes in the global financial system and impact on India. So get ready. There will be one question based on it, descriptive way. Now, what topic, what theme RBI will choose, that has to be seen in 2023. But yes, that particular topic is like very must do for descriptive component. Okay. Recently, if you know, USA debt crisis was there. Then we have your Silicon Valley Bank collapse. Then we also have multiple different things which is running in the economy because of Ukraine-Russia war. So get ready on that. Okay. Now, describing India's response again. First, we will tell regarding your Lehman Brothers falls, because first we will tell that what was the introduction kind of thing, what happened in your GFC. Now, you can have your own introduction. This is your model answer. This is not the perfect answer. There is no perfect answer in the management in your descriptive writing, because 100 minds will write 100 answers, right? But now the question has to be very much specific. You will have to address what are the steps taken by RBI, what are the steps which was taken by Government of India. So try to expand it and try to pause the video and try to see it. Also, you have to give a positive conclusion. Insulated means what? That there was no larger negative effects which was seen on India due to global financial crisis. That was because of some proactive measures which was taken by RBI and government. Okay, so you can address multiple things. Now I'm not reading each and everything because that is not required. Again, in your course we have covered GFC very beautifully, but now we have changed it because the syllabus has changed. Now see, as I said, ethical behavior. In 2021 also there was one question on ethical behavior. This year also they have asked one question on ethical. Corporate governance and ethics, they are the top two topics for your descriptive management. Describe manager roles in encouraging ethical behavior. Direct, straightforward question. The beauty of management is that they will not ask you something related to current affairs. Why? Very easy, because there are no current affairs in management. So there will be direct question. Now, what to do in this question? You could have defined what is ethics, and directly in the body parts you have to come with some very important points. Mind you, please break your answers in your points. That will make your answer look more professional. Okay, now what points to include? There are multiple points. Okay, you could have included different points, and to my surprise we have exactly provided you one model question which is based on your on this particular topic as well. Therefore, at the last time, that is from 28th, I will request you to see all the model question and answer which are uploaded in your course. हो सकता है कि उनमें से ही एक आ जाए, okay, उसकी theme पे ही एक आ जाए. So just see, there is no need to mug up all the model question and answer. Just see the overall theme, as simple as that. Okay. Again, in this question too, we are following introduction, body, and conclusion. Coming ahead to 15 marker question. Yes, in 400 in 400 word question you will have to attempt two questions only, but try to address this question at least up to 300 words, or at least up to 320. 300 320 is good, but don't go above 380 because that is not required. Okay, max to max 410. Okay, उसके ऊपर गए then it will be a cause of worry for you. Identify barriers to interpersonal communication and interpersonal and impersonal communication, and how manager can reduce it. Again, directly taken from your management, 15 marker 600 word question. Management, as I said, there will be a direct question. Now again, be it management, be it finance, the approach remains the same. That is your introduction, body, and conclusion. Now, what to write in body, what to write in conclusion, what to write in introduction, that totally depends upon your cognitive skills. Okay, you can have your own writing way, but this is the model question and answer which I would like to tell you. Pause this video and you will be able to say it. First, definitely I will start with the communication. I would say what communication definition. Then I will say that yes, certain times there are some barriers. There are certain times communication is affected by certain barriers. Then I will like to discuss all the main barriers. Okay, psychological, gender, halo का opposite is horn, stereotyping, ideological barriers, so on and so forth. Okay, you can only address all these points once you know it. If you don't know it, then sorry, tata, bye bye, nothing will happen. Okay, so you have to make sure that your additional your objective part is getting stronger. Okay, now how manager can reduce it, this is the second part of the body. So manager can reduce it via so and so ways. Okay, now again, this is a very easy question according to me. It needs some time to type in your answers. Okay, but again, it is like a kind of a doable question according to me. चलिए, Now again, we have covered multiple things in your EduTap course. You can directly refer to the screenshots. Question number 5. People and organization are resistant to change. Now this has been taken from your organization change. Describe measures to eradicate it. Now here the examiner is asking you certain measures via which you can remove the resistance to change. Directly taken from your management. Is it direct or not? Yes, it is direct. Okay. So directly, if you know the answers, then it is a very easy level question for you. Now here you can start with your, I would say, what kind of an adage or a kind of an old saying kind of thing. Okay. Very easy, I would say. Again, you just have to define what is organization change and directly come to the body part, that how you will tackle the changes. Simple question, nothing much to worry about. Okay. Now there can be multiple ways. Always, my friend, try to break your body in parts. That is the best thing. Also give examples if possible. Okay. So this is your regarding your, I would say, what descriptive components of this particular question. Direct question has been asked again from your model question answer. Please refer to all the model question and answer which are uploaded in your course. They are like a must do at this particular moment. Now we are coming to question number 6, which is the last question. Mind you, from 6 questions, you only have to attempt 4. If your management is strong, then you can leave the finance part. If your finance part is strong, then you can leave the management part. That totally depends upon you. Will blockchain disrupt banking? Will blockchain disrupt banking? Now this is based on your, I would say, partly correct, partly static, partly your current as well, like cryptocurrencies, so on and so forth. So here you could have started with your, I would say, what I would say fact related to blockchain, that how blockchain is coming into the world, so on and so forth. Mention the regarding the advantages of blockchain, what are the advantages, and also please mention that what are certain ways via which you can move ahead in the future. Again, I would say this is an easy question. All the descriptive questions, they will be easy, but they will be easy for only those people who have done their objective part pretty well. Okay. So mind you, my friends, this is a screenshot from your directly taken from your course only, so that you can understand what blockchain is all about. Now see, I'm not discussing what I have to include in this, because that is kind of subjective thing, but that depends upon you, that what you include. Okay. So this is the end of my video, my friends. I hope you find it interesting. Do let me know the answers of the question which I have asked to you. And in 2023, the prediction which I can make, the paper will be on the same level only, but yes, certain numericals can be seen of balance sheet, cash flow, income statement, and ratio. So please prepare for that. Okay. On that note, my friends, heartful bye bye, and I will meet you on the other video.